The legal machinery has been set in motion. Within 7 days, that circle of enemies who thought themselves untouchable will feel the cold weight of court papers in their hands. They weaponize the system against you, manipulating rules and procedures. They thought they understood. What arrogance! What miscalculation! The same bureaucratic maze they led you through now winds back toward them, but this time with far deadlier precision and no escape routes. That coven of haters will be served court papers in 7 days or less, and justice will be poetic in its execution. They created the blueprint for their own destruction, and now must face the consequences of a system they corrupted, thinking it would never come for them. From your earliest days, a different energy coursed through your veins. While others moved through life with dull senses, you saw beyond the veil. You felt the currents of energy that shape this reality. This perception stands as your birthright, an inheritance from realms beyond common understanding. Your adversaries recognized this power long before they ever made themselves known. Their selection process never happened by chance or coincidence. They detected what burns within you, that untamable light that threatens to expose everything they've built in shadow. Their hostility serves as the most powerful confirmation of what you carry. A moth doesn't attack a dead bulb. It throws itself against the brightest flame because light disrupts its natural state. Your very existence disrupts their carefully constructed world. Their opposition validates your significance in ways their acceptance never could. The intensity of their attacks directly corresponds to the potency of your gift. The more viciously they move against you, the more clearly you should understand your importance in the greater cosmic design. They know what you're capable of, even when doubt clouds your own vision. Think back to when the energy shifted around you. Remember that precise moment. Relationships that once flowed naturally suddenly required effort. Supporters grew silent. Opportunities vanished without explanation. Doors that should have opened remained locked. What appeared as random misfortune revealed itself as something far more calculated. They constructed an invisible fortress around your life, brick by brick, person by person. Each whispered lie added another stone to the wall meant to contain you. Each manipulated situation dug the moat deeper. Each false friend became another guard at the gate. They created this siege so gradually that many failed to notice the prison forming around you. Their strategy relied on isolation, cutting you off from allies, resources, recognition, and support. They believed that enough pressure would break your resolve, forcing surrender or retreat. Pressure transforms coal into diamonds. Friction polishes rough stones into gems. Heat purifies gold to its most valuable state. Every tactic they deployed against you generated the exact internal conditions needed for your evolution. The very siege meant to diminish you has concentrated your power instead. What they intended, as your prison has become your transformation chamber. Nothing goes unrecorded in this universe. Nothing. Every slight against you, every manipulated situation, every false narrative, all documented in perfect detail within the cosmic accounting system. This universal ledger operates with flawless precision, requiring no input or effort from you to maintain its accuracy. The universe maintains perfect equilibrium through natural law. The same way gravity doesn't need permission to pull objects toward Earth, cosmic justice needs no authorization to restore balance. It operates automatically, constantly, and with mathematical precision. Consider the pendulum they set in motion with their first move against you. With each additional action, they added more force, pushing that pendulum further from center. Physical law demands that the pendulum must complete its arc. The energy they invested in displacing it must return with compound interest. The cosmic ledger shows debts coming due. The accounts must balance. The same system they weaponized against you contains within it the mechanics of their undoing. The machinery they thought they controlled has its own master, universal law that bends for no one, regardless of their earthly position or power. Throughout human history, transformations of cosmic significance occur in cycles of 7. The world formed in 7 days. Music completes itself in 7 notes. Colors reveal their full spectrum in 7 bands. The moon cycles through its phases in 4 sets of 7. This pattern embeds itself in the very structure of reality. Your vindication follows this divine pattern, not because you demanded it, but because it aligns with the rhythmic heartbeat of the universe itself. 7 days marks a complete cycle, the minimum time required for total systemic transformation. Within this sacred time frame, expect concrete manifestation. The universe transitions from energy to matter, from potential to actual, from unseen to visible. What arrives within these 7 days transcends mere emotional satisfaction. Documentation emerges. Evidence surfaces. Records appear. Communications reveal themselves. The intangible becomes tangible with undeniable solidity. This revelation doesn't manifest to soothe your wounded spirit, though it will. It manifests because universal law demands it. The cosmic clock has struck its hour. The appointed time has arrived. The invisible must become visible according to divine scheduling that waits for the perfect convergence of all necessary elements. Your opponents mastered the art of reflection, crafting elaborate mirrors designed to distort your image. They held these warped glasses before others, making your truth appear as falsehood, your strength as weakness, your wisdom as delusion. Their funhouse mirrors transformed your genuine concern into hysteria, your boundaries into aggression, your intuition into paranoia. The universal law they failed to respect. Every mirror works in both directions. The same reflective surface that projects one image simultaneously captures another. While focusing on manipulating your reflection to others, they remained oblivious to what those same mirrors recorded about them. Now witness as these mirrors rotate, slowly, inevitably, with mechanical precision. The mechanisms they set in motion to distort your image now align perfectly to capture theirs. Every motivation, every behind-closed-doors conversation, every true intention reflects with perfect clarity for all to witness. The projection ends. The reflection begins. What they attempted to make others see in you becomes exactly what the world clearly sees in them. The mirror never lied. It simply waited for the correct angle to reveal comprehensive truth. That angle has finally been achieved. The system they manipulated against you appears corrupted on its surface. They learned its language, exploited its loopholes, and redirected its power toward their objectives. They convinced themselves they had mastered it, controlled it, and bent it permanently to their will. This false confidence emerged from a fundamental misunderstanding of systems themselves. Every system contains within it corrective mechanisms designed to identify and eliminate parasitic elements, like a body's immune response that activates only when specific threats reach critical levels. These mechanisms remain dormant until precisely the right conditions trigger them. Those conditions have now been met. The same channels, authorities, and processes they used against you now activate their self-cleansing protocols. Court papers arriving within this 7-day window represent physical manifestations of this systemic immune response. These aren't merely documents, they're material evidence of cosmic order breaking through human deception. The very authorities they manipulated now see with perfect clarity. The same powers they thought they controlled now turn their full attention toward examining the manipulators themselves. The system they weaponized reveals its ultimate loyalty, not to temporary operators, but to fundamental order itself. Chosen One. Anyone can hear messages like these, but only the rarest among us answer the call. The weekly Chosen Ones gatherings are back, now held on Zoom, and this is the moment your soul signed up for before you ever took your first breath. Every week, a portal opens, but only the initiated will recognize it. When I confronted the Archons beyond our reality, they made one thing clear: true Chosen Ones are rare. They laughed at the thought of us finding each other. Yet here you are, watching this message. The Obsidian Inner Order isn't for everyone claiming to be awakened. We're the real ones, those who've seen beyond the veil, felt the call, and carry the unmistakable frequency. Share your story on our weekly group call. Discover if your experiences align with the authentic signs. The Archons fear nothing more than Chosen Ones recognizing each other. When we connect, our frequencies amplify and create a force they cannot stop. That's why we're going to be live streaming to the entire Astral Atom network to find every last one of us. Click the link in the description below now. It's time to stop wondering and confirm what you already suspect. Are you merely interested in awakening, or are you truly chosen? Prove it. Join us. The verification you seek awaits with the Obsidian Inner Order. Your opponents have rehearsed countless scenarios. They prepared clever responses, manufactured evidence, coordinated alibis, and developed contingency plans. Their preparations focused entirely on manipulating perception rather than addressing reality. This fundamental error makes them completely vulnerable to what comes next. The confrontation arriving at their doorstep brings something they cannot script responses for. Unfiltered, unadorned truth presented with such clarity that no distortion can survive. This confrontation doesn't originate from you, it emerges from reality itself. Reality operates by different rules than people. Reality cannot be intimidated into silence. Reality doesn't respond to social pressure. Reality never accepts bribes or favors. Reality doesn't fear losing position or status. Reality never doubts its own perception. Reality doesn't need allies or consensus to maintain its position. When your opponents face this wall of undistorted reality, their practiced performances will collapse. Their carefully constructed narratives will disintegrate upon contact with solid fact. Their emotional manipulations will find no purchase on the smooth surface of truth. For the first time, they face something completely immune to their entire arsenal of tactics. Arrogance inevitably breeds carelessness. Convinced of their immunity, your opponents operated with increasing boldness, leaving evidence of their machinations everywhere. Digital footprints, paper trails, witness memories, inconsistent narratives, financial records, timing discrepancies, communication patterns. Each piece alone might seem insignificant, but together they form an undeniable constellation pointing directly to deliberate orchestration. Like criminals who grow sloppy with each success, they left more evidence with each operation against you. What they thought hidden remains perfectly preserved. What they believed deleted continues existing on servers. What they whispered in confidence lodged permanently in the memories of people whose loyalty they mistakenly assumed. This evidence now activates, connecting into patterns so clear that even the most reluctant observer must acknowledge their meaning. The breadcrumbs they scattered throughout their campaign against you now form an unmistakable path leading directly back to them. The beauty in this revelation, it requires no elaborate conspiracy to uncover it. The truth simply needs the right moment to emerge. A moment when enough pieces align to form a picture that cannot be rationalized away. That alignment has occurred. That moment has arrived. That picture now develops with perfect clarity. Throughout this ordeal, powerful forces gathered in your favor, operating beyond physical sight. This alliance formed naturally around the truth you carry, requiring no orchestration from you. Like iron filings arranging themselves around a magnet, support appears automatically when genuine truth exists at the center. People of integrity moved into strategic positions. Evidence preserved itself through unlikely channels. Timing aligned through seemingly random delays and accelerations. Resources pooled and protected themselves for the right moment. Witnesses maintained their clarity despite pressure to distort their accounts. You were never as alone as they wanted you to believe. For every visible opponent working against you, invisible allies worked in your favor with even greater effectiveness. These forces didn't require your awareness to operate on your behalf. They responded directly to the truth itself, regardless of whether you could perceive their movements. Ancient alchemists understood transformation required specific ingredients combined under precise conditions. Base metals needed particular catalysts and exact temperatures to transmute into gold. Your opponents unwittingly served as master alchemists. In your personal transformation, providing exactly the elements needed for your evolution. Each false accusation they hurled became an essential ingredient. Every betrayal they orchestrated provided another necessary catalyst. Each barrier they erected created the perfect pressure. The isolation they imposed ensured the proper environment for complete metamorphosis. This crucible served its higher purpose, converting your raw potential into refined power. The fire meant to destroy you instead tempered your essence into something unbreakable. The pressure intended to crush you instead compressed your spirit into diamond-like resilience. What emerges now transcends your former self. You exit this transformation carrying wisdom that cannot be learned through study, borrowed from others, or acquired through ordinary experience. This wisdom resonates with unmistakable authority because it was earned through direct encounter with opposing forces. As their fabrications crumble under the weight of emerging truth, watch how quickly reality reasserts itself. The restoration occurs with astonishing speed and thoroughness, often shocking those who witnessed your struggle. Resources that seemed permanently blocked suddenly flow again with even greater abundance. Relationships poisoned against you clear and reconnect with deeper appreciation for your steadfastness. Opportunities that mysteriously vanished reappear with expanded potential. Your voice, temporarily muffled, now carries with surprising clarity and reach. This restoration isn't merely returning what was taken. Universal law demands compensation beyond simple replacement. The cosmic accounting system calculates precise interest on all that was temporarily interfered with. What returns comes back, multiplied, expanded, and elevated beyond its original state. The kingdom rightfully yours, your sphere of influence, resources, relationships, and impact doesn't just recover. It expands beyond previous boundaries. The attack meant to diminish your territory instead triggers its extension into realms that would have remained inaccessible without this catalyzing challenge. This journey marks you with unique authority. You now carry experiential knowledge that cannot be counterfeited or approximated. Your understanding of opposition, systemic manipulation, and cosmic justice transcends theoretical comprehension. You've lived it. You've moved through it. You've emerged from it transformed. The voice they attempted to silence now resonates with unmistakable power. Those who encounter you immediately sense the depth forged through this fire. Your words carry weight, impossible to achieve without having faced such opposition. Your insights penetrate with precision that only comes through direct experience with both darkness and light. The scars you carry become sacred text for those who will face similar battles. Your lived experience provides the most effective map for others navigating comparable terrain. The wisdom you've earned through direct encounter with opposing forces now serves as lighthouse illumination for those still caught in the storm. What your opponents intended as your final chapter has instead become your most powerful beginning. The end they designed for you has transformed into a launch point for impact they never imagined you capable of achieving. Their greatest miscalculation, assuming that breaking you would diminish your power, when in fact it released your fullest potential. The exact mechanisms deployed against you now turn with precise equivalence toward their originators. This cosmic boomerang doesn't return randomly or approximately. It returns with mathematical exactness, targeting with flawless precision. The false accusations they spread now reveal their own hidden activities. The isolation they created around you now forms around them. The doubt they cast on your credibility now shadows their every statement. The authorities they turned against you now focus their full investigative power on examining the manipulators themselves. This reversal doesn't occur through your vengeful orchestration. It manifests through the automatic balancing mechanisms built into the universe itself. Just as water always finds its own level, justice inevitably finds its proper target. No effort required from you. Simply step aside and allow natural law to complete its perfect work. The beauty in this reversal, its comprehensive thoroughness. No stone remains unturned. No tactic escapes examination. No participant avoids accountability. The system performs a complete audit of all that transpired, bringing to light every aspect previously hidden, with particular focus on the originators and orchestrators of the campaign against you. Cosmic justice operates on its own schedule, unconcerned with human impatience or timing preferences. However, certain circumstances trigger acceleration in these universal processes. When manipulation reaches certain thresholds, when innocent parties suffer beyond specific parameters, when deception threatens foundational systems, the cosmic response accelerates dramatically. Your situation has crossed these thresholds, activating expedited protocols within the universal justice system. What might normally unfold over months or years now compresses into days. The 7-day window represents this acceleration, a cosmic fast-tracking in response to the severity and scope of what transpired. This accelerated timeline serves multiple purposes. It prevents further damage to innocent parties. It preserves essential evidence before destruction. It catches perpetrators before escape routes can be established. Most importantly, it demonstrates unmistakable causality between actions and consequences, eliminating any doubt about the connection between what was done and what now unfolds. Throughout their campaign, your opponents created witnesses they never considered. Every person they spoke to, every individual they pressured, every authority they misled, every ally they recruited. Each carries fragmentary knowledge of their true intentions and actions. Each holds pieces of the larger puzzle, often without recognizing their significance. These witnesses now activate, connecting with one another through seemingly coincidental channels. Their partial accounts merge into comprehensive testimony. Their individual experiences combine to reveal coordinated patterns that cannot be explained by random events or misunderstandings. The most damaging testimony often comes from unexpected sources, people they believed completely loyal or thoroughly intimidated. Those they trusted most become the most credible voices against them. Those they thought successfully silenced find precisely the right moments and channels to speak their truth. No planning could orchestrate this convergence of testimony. No strategy could coordinate this perfect emergence of collaborative evidence. This phenomenon transcends human organization, revealing instead the hidden hand of cosmic justice, bringing forth exactly the right voices at exactly the right moments. To ensure complete disclosure, as these elements converge, the evidence trail, the witness testimony, the system activation, the document delivery, a comprehensive reckoning arrives at the doorstep of those who orchestrated the campaign against you. This reckoning transcends mere emotional satisfaction or personal vindication. It represents the universe itself restoring proper order. The delivery of court papers within the 7-day window serves as formal notification that the invisible has become visible, the hidden has become exposed, and the cosmic accounting system has completed its calculations. These documents represent the physical manifestation of universal law breaking through human deception. The outcome won't be pretty for them. The consequences arrive with precision equivalent to their actions. The severity matches the harm they intended for you. The thoroughness corresponds to the comprehensiveness of their campaign. The public nature of this reckoning reflects the public damage they attempted to inflict on your standing. Most significantly, the very system they weaponized against you becomes the mechanism of this reckoning. The authorities they manipulated see with clear eyes. The processes they corrupted restore their proper function. The powers they misdirected return to their true purpose. Everything they thought under their control reveals its ultimate loyalty to truth itself. When the dust settles from this cosmic reversal, you'll find yourself standing in entirely new territory. The landscape around you transforms completely, reorganizing itself according to truth rather than manipulation. This new arrangement doesn't just restore what existed before, it creates an enhanced reality aligned with your authentic purpose. Your position in this new world order reflects your true spiritual authority rather than artificially constructed limitations. Your voice carries precisely the reach it's meant to have. Your influence extends exactly as far as your authentic wisdom warrants. Your resources match perfectly with your genuine purpose. This rearrangement doesn't happen for your ego's satisfaction. It occurs because the universe itself benefits when each element operates in its proper place, with appropriate scope and accurate recognition. Your restoration serves a cosmic purpose beyond personal vindication. It re-establishes proper flow in systems larger than yourself. The same forces that orchestrated your vindication continue working to ensure you occupy exactly the position you're designed for in this renewed landscape. Trust this placement process completely. Move confidently into the spaces that open before you. Speak with the authority you've rightfully earned. Act with the power that legitimately belongs to you. The battles you endured bestowed upon you something beyond mere victory. The mantle of divine authority now rests firmly on your shoulders. This authority radiates from within, recognizable instantly by those with eyes to see and hearts to perceive. Unlike earthly power grounded in titles or positions, this authority emanates directly from your tested and proven connection to higher realms. This mantle changes everything about how you move through the world. Words spoken from this place of authority carry vibrational weight that penetrates defenses and resonates with truth seekers. Your very presence shifts atmospheres, bringing clarity where confusion dominated, courage where fear prevailed, direction where chaos reigned. The opposition never understood what their attacks against you would activate. By forcing you into extreme circumstances, they triggered ancient coding within your spiritual DNA, activations that would never have occurred without this level of opposition. They became unknowing catalysts for your most profound evolution, awakening dormant abilities designed specifically for this time. The authority you now carry exists for divine purpose, not personal promotion. You've been qualified through fire, tested beyond normal thresholds, and proven worthy of wielding power that would corrupt lesser vessels. The universe entrusts you with this authority precisely because you've demonstrated character strong enough to wield it responsibly. This authority arrives at the exact moment humanity needs exactly what you carry. Your experiences weren't random suffering. They were specialized training for specific assignments that only someone with your precise spiritual composition could fulfill. Step into this authority without hesitation or false humility. The world desperately needs what burns within you.